Hello everyone, welcome to Willadine's Kitchen. Today we're going to prepare a classic. It's a bologna and cheese sandwich. This is something we used to have a lot of as children. We used to eat a lot of bologna. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make this classic dish, but we're going to elevate it to what I would call today's standards. I don't think many people eat bologna and cheese sandwiches today like we used to do. So what first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to go over these ingredients with you. We have some bologna here. Beef bologna is sliced thick. We have some yellow mustard, and we have some American cheese. Now we're going to elevate all of this section here. We're going to add some stuff to the mustard, and we're going to add a little bit of cheddar on the cheese, and we're going to fry our bologna in the frying pan, get a nice brown color on that. So we're going to do that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our own white bread. We ate these sandwiches on white bread, Wonder Bread. That was the thing back in the day. Get that Wonder Bread. So we're going to make some rolls with the ingredients we have here, which is 2 1/4 cup of white flour and half a teaspoon of salt is in this bowl here. We have a teaspoon of yeast, a teaspoon and a half of sugar right here, and we're going to use half a cup of warm water to activate our yeast and sugar. And then we also have 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Now this is all going to go into the dough for our white bread. And in addition to that, we're going to make a paste here with the milk and the water. So we got 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of milk for half a cup of liquid, and we have 2 tablespoons of flour. Now what we do is we put this in a pan, we mix it together, we put it in a pan, we heat it up, and it's going to form a paste-like texture. The amazing thing about this paste is when you add it to your dough, your bread comes out nice and soft. So we're going to use that technique here to get us a nice soft roll. So these are our ingredients. I'm going to get started, and we're going to make a classic bologna and cheese sandwich. Okay everyone, so we're going to use our stand mixer to mix our dough. So I have the bowl here, and there's one ingredient I did miss earlier that I need to bring to your attention is we need 1 egg. So we're going to add 1 egg to our dough as well. So all the other ingredients are there. We already mixed up our yeast and water and sugar to get that started. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the flour and the salt to the mixing bowl. Just pour that in there like that. And then we're going to add our egg to the bowl. So 1 egg. Just crack that right in the bowl. Okay, so we use our dough hook attachment for this. So we're just going to lower this down, turn on the mixer. Say now that it has run for about a minute, I take the soft room temperature butter and I add that into the mixing bowl. And I take the opportunity to scrape down the bowl, get down to the bottom as well. Try to get everything, we want everything mixed in really good. So now we're going to turn the mixer on and let this go for 8 minutes. Okay, we've been mixing our dough for 8 minutes. We're going to take it out of the bowl here. Okay, so we have a somewhat sticky dough, but it's not too bad. We can work with this. So what we have to do is we have to get some flour on the dough and on my hands so I could start kneading the dough. So what we do is just knead it like this. Let's just incorporate it a little bit more. It's a nice soft dough, so I like that. That usually means your bread or rolls will turn out nice and soft. So what we have to do, this needs to rise at least double in size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to form a ball here with the dough. A little more flour. So we form a dough ball here, just like so. And this is our dough. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in this bowl. It's been oiled, so we just place it in like this. I turn it over. We're going to cover this with plastic and let it rise for an hour to an hour and a half until it doubles in size. Okay, so we're back and we can see our bread has risen more than double in size. So I wash my hands really good here with some soap and hot water. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this dough out of the bowl and we're going to knead out and we're going to make some rolls for our bologna sandwich. Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Now this ball was way down in the bowl and it's almost up to the top. If we let it continue to rise, it'll probably come up out of this bowl, at least to the top of the bowl. So we're going to get our counter ready and we're going to start preparing our rolls. Okay, this is for any of you who may not have seen my other videos on making hamburger buns. So what we do is we take the dough, we fold it towards the center like this. We just pull it from the sides into the center and then we turn it over and then we roll it into like a ball with our hands. And once we get that shape form, you can press it down a little bit. And now you put it on your baking sheet and we have to let this rise. Okay, our rolls are ready for to be wrapped. We're going to cover this with plastic. We're going to let them rise for an hour, maybe an hour and a half till they double in size, and then we'll get them into the oven. Okay folks, we're going to make some fresh potato chips to go with our sandwich today. So potato chip recipe is one of the easiest ones you're going to see out there. All you really need is some cooking oil, a potato, and a seasoning salt or some seasoning. You have kosher salt here. There's a lot of different seasonings you can put on, but that's all you really need. So hot oil to fry your potato in. What we're going to do is we're going to wash the potato really good, and then we're going to use a mandolin to slice it thin and put it in the hot oil and make some chips. Okay, so our potato has been washed and patted dry. It's ready to go. We have our mandolin slicer here. Now this device, you can slice vegetables and all sorts of things very thin, and each slice is even, the same size, so they cook evenly. So we're going to use just a slice of potatoes, and you should have your seasoning ready to go when you take them out of the hot oil and put them onto the paper towel or whatever you're going to have to drain them off. Season them right away and they'll be ready to go. All right, so now we're going to cook our bologna, and we're going to brown this in the skillet. And what we're going to do is, bologna, when you cook it, it will kind of puff up or buckle up or get out of shape. It won't have this nice round shape once you start cooking it. But to alleviate some of that, you can cut a square or cut a cross into the middle of the bologna like this. And hopefully when we cook it, it won't get all out of shape on us. So we're going to put this in the skillet, get it browned off. So our hamburger buns have come out looking really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these buns here, and we're going to slice it, and we're going to build our sandwich. All right, so this is our bread. It's nice and soft on the inside. Got a nice brown crisp on the bottom. So we're gonna build our sandwich now. Okay everyone, here's our completed dish. We have our homemade potato chips, which look very good. We have our pan-seared or grilled bologna with the yellow mustard. I kicked the yellow mustard up a little bit with some Cajun spice and some honey. It already has that tanginess to it, the yellow mustard, so we did that with the yellow mustard. And we also have some sliced red onions and some dill pickle underneath the bologna, and we topped it with some American cheese and melted that down nice and good. Over here on this side of the bun, we have our kicked up mustard over here with the honey and the Cajun spice. We have some of our potato chips right here on top, and we have the spicy, we have the mustard down there as well. So what we're gonna do, we have this sweet and spicy ketchup here that I put on the plate to kind of dip the chips in. So I think we have a great sandwich here. This is a classic that I grew up with. I elevated it a little bit, and I'm sure my family would love it. I'm gonna give it a taste. Ooh. Yeah, that was very delicious. Oh, the mustard, the crunchiness of the potato chips and nice and crispy. The bologna, all beef bologna tastes great. The mustard sauce with the a little bit of Cajun spice in there kicks it up a little bit with that honey. This is a great sandwich with the dill pickle going in there as well. And we have these homemade potato chips. We're gonna give them a dip here. Oh yes, they're nice, they're crunchy. I'm gonna have to finish this sandwich off, but I hope everybody enjoyed this video. This is a simple classic from the old days, and you can shorten the time to about 15-20 minutes if you just buy a bag of potato chips and a package of hamburger rolls. You don't have to go through the whole process of making a bun and the chips like I did. But I like to make mine fresh, and I like to show you what you can do in your kitchen at home to make a nice, beautiful, delicious sandwich. Thank you. Have a good day.